Every war America has fought in the last 130 years began with an event that was either manufactured or allowed to happen. Read the declassified files. Read the Senate reports. The pretext is always the product. The war was always the plan. The USS Maine, 1898, Havana Harbor explosion. Remember the Maine, Hirsch ran the headline, the corrosion of the truth in the press before the press was even corporate. The war with Spain, the Philippines, the empire's first deposit. Into the account of expansion, blood is currency. The pretext was the battleship, the goal was the urgency of American empire joining the European club of colonial dominion. Cuba, Guam, there's the rub of every noble cause. Beneath it, the real prize, the strategic asset, the market, the supply that the empire needs to grow. The pretext is the cover, the emotional trigger that makes the public another willing participant in someone else's acquisition. Dressed as righteous war is national mission. The Maine was likely an internal explosion and accident, but remember the accident doesn't build the regiment. Gulf of Tonkin 64, the attack that wasn't there. LBJ went to Congress, said the Navy was under fire. Swear to God it happened twice. The second attack didn't happen. The signals were misread. Fact! Declassified, NSA's own historian confirmed it. The second attack was phantom, but the war was permitted on the basis of a phantom. 58,000 dead American soldiers and millions of Vietnamese instead. Agent Orange, napalm, my lie, all downstream of a fabricated alibi for a war the planners wanted, needed, had already mapped. The domino theory was the pretext rap around the actual goal. Demonstrate that the empire would fight anywhere, everywhere. That the fire of American military rule could not be questioned by any nation. Human cost was just the lesson fee. The Pretext Factory, always open, always running. The product is the reason, and the reason keeps on coming. Yellow cake uranium, Gulf of Tonkin the Maine. Chemical weapons, babies in incubators the same. Manufactured consent, manufactured cause, manufactured enemy, manufactured wars. Pretext Factory, Pretext Factory. The product is always the same. The babies in the incubators, Kuwait, 1990. A girl named Naira testified. The media went swiftly to air it. Congress cited it, Bush cited it. The push for the Gulf War wrote on her testimony. Then the Bush was pulled back. She was the Kuwaiti ambassador's daughter, coached by a PR firm, Hill and Knowlton, who brought her before Congress to perform a scene that wasn't real. The babies on the floor were fiction, but the deal was done. The war was off the rise. The pretext worked, and Hill and Knowlton built the Kuwaiti government and smirked all the way to the bank. This is documented, this is not a theory. This is the record of the public thought being manufactured for a military outcome, desired by interests that the public never come close enough to see. Because the pretext is the wall between the people and the actual reason for the call to war. September 2002, the dossier appears. Blair's government, 45 minutes, stirs the fears of a British public already skeptical of the case. The intelligence was sexed up, the truth was traced. David Kelly, the source found dead in the woods, rift ruled suicide. I said the pattern before the witnesses to the manufactured pretext who go public with the truth find themselves annexed from the living, while the architects of the lie get knighted, get library buildings testified, and nothing face no consequence. Write the memoirs warm, and a million dead in Iraq is just a collateral form of a decision made on false intelligence. Presented as certainty, we know where the weapons are invented. Certainty to serve a predetermined end. The pretext was the product, the war was the trend. Operation Northwoods, 1962. Signed by the Joint Chiefs, a plan designed to manufacture attacks on American citizens. Blame Cuba. Create the conditions. Beg for an invasion. Blow up a ship. Shoot civilians. Stage attacks in Miami. These weren't villains. In a movie, these were the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States military on behalf of the national security apparatus. Signing off. On killing Americans to start a war. Kennedy rejected it, filed it. The intent was there, the institution, the willingness was real. Kennedy rejected Northwoods and was dead in a year. Draw your own conclusions, but draw them clear. The pretext is the oldest through the power that exists. Miro blamed the Christians, crossed the Roman fists against the scapegoat by the empire, burned the classic. The Reichstag fired the enabling act, the spastic emergency that justified the permanent control. The pattern is the same across the centuries. The toll is always paid by people who believe the cause was real, who sent the children base up the manufactured deal. Name the pretext before the drums, name it while there's time, before the flag goes up, before they sell you the crime as a cause, as a duty, as the thing that must be done. Name the Pretext Factory before the war has won. I'm not saying every attack is staged. I'm saying when the powerful need a war, they've always found or made the reason. Reap the history, reap the declassified, in the pie, the pattern forward. For the next enemy, to the next 45 minutes, to the next baby in the incubator. Ask who benefits before the bombs drop. Ask it, ask it, ask it.